Welcome to Istanbul, Turkey. This is it. 124 games, over 17,700 points have been scored, and we arrive at the biggest game in European basketball, the final of EuroLeague women. Earlier today, Avenida secured their bronze medal with a 71-59 win over Praha. But everyone's attention in Istanbul is focused on this game today, as Sopron will take on Fenerbahce here on this hallowed territory. And what a matchup this is. Sopron looking to claim their second EuroLeague women's title, taking on our host Fenerbahce, who are searching for their first ever EuroLeague women crown. And all of this in front of over 6,000 fanatical Turkish fans. What could be better? Absolutely spine-tingling basketball ahead of us today. And for the neutral, I assure you that today's game will be an absolute barnstormer. The atmosphere is huge, the fans are ready, and the players are about to be introduced to this partisan crowd. Sopron will be the first to be introduced, and they put in a huge effort on Friday night. They came through as underdogs against Avenida, and that was all based off an impressive defensive display in the first half and some tough nose holding on to the game throughout the second half. They will likely be defensively focused yet again today, but they are going to need some offensive firepower if they're going to upset the odds and come away with their second ever EuroLeague women's crown. What a game we have ahead of us here. Plenty of talent, plenty of experience in that Sopron roster, and they're going to have to lean on every last ounce of that experience. Some real superstars on show though. Just wait for the atmosphere to lift the roof off the arena as Fenerbahce are going to be introduced. And the noise levels are just going to get louder and louder as the game progresses. Fenerbahce fed off the emotions of every single fan that was in here on Friday. It's likely to be fever pitch for the entire 40 minutes tonight. They didn't really dominate their semi-final. In fact, to be honest, they left it to the fourth quarter to lock up their place in today's final. The Fenerbahce roster, though, is stacked with talent. But it doesn't matter what you've done in the past. When it comes to finals, it's what you do on the day that counts. Can their talent rise to this big occasion? For many of them, this is the biggest game of their careers. And their legacy will be determined over the next 40 minutes of basketball. Coach La Peña, plenty of smiles right now. You wonder how much of that is hiding. The pressure that he is being put under, the expectation that sits on his shoulders, because there's certainly plenty of expectation from the thousands of Fenerbahce fans that have made their way into the arena. And no matter what happens today, this game will go down in history as one of the great women's basketball games in EuroLeague women. The atmosphere is off the chart. You speak to anyone, this is one of the best in world basketball. The Sopron, again, as they did with the semi-finals, they entered today as underdogs, but that didn't really seem to affect them. They had some huge performances throughout their roster, particular Jelena Brooks. She came away with 27 points, a season high, and why not? Why not save your best performance of the year for the semi-final? She was 3 from 5 from outside as well. And combining that with the interior threat of Bernadette Hattar, they continue to cause problems against Avenida all night long. Hattar ended up with 15 points and 10 rebounds. The final piece of the puzzle of that trio is Gabby Williams, and she just does things all over the floor. Friday semi-final, she posted 13 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists and 3 steals. She really is the do-it-all player in the Sopron roster. For Fenerbahce, where do you start? Probably with Yagapova. Here are our officials for this evening: Paulo Marquez, Manuel Benyamo, Attard and Gatis Salins from Portugal, Italy and Latvia respectively. A great officiating crew to take control of our game here today, and a real honour for the officials as well to be selected for this Final Four game. For many of them, it will be the biggest night of their officiating crew, of the officiating crew's careers as well. Coach La Peña, he'll know it's a huge game for him. Expectation of the entire Turkish basketball community rests on his shoulders. As for Coach Gaspar, he knows that they're underdogs, but let's be honest, he did a phenomenal job on Friday night creating a master plan for his team to work from to get them to the final. Be interesting to see what changes they made. Here are two star performers, Elena Yakpova, averaging over 16 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists and 2 steals a game. And we just saw Gabby Williams as well, who is phenomenal across the floor, lighting up the box score pretty much in every single category. And here the coaches, the head-to-head record, not pretty reading for Coach Gaspar. Coach La Peña has a 3-0 record over him so far. Plenty more experience for Coach La Peña as well. But all of that, to a certain degree, goes out of the window. Not just when you get to finals, but when you play in atmospheres like this. It brings a different element to the game. And it certainly brings a wonderful climax for this EuroLeague Women 2022 Final Four. Starting fives here for Fenerbahce: Sabali, Chaka, Williams, McBride, Yakupova. Phenomenal on the floor. McBride put in a big performance on Friday. You've got Hartley coming off the bench as well. No doubt she'll put some numbers on. Here's the starting five for Sopron: Williams, their captain Fegvanek, Hattar, January and Brooks. And again, Dolson coming off the bench will be an interesting one. She provides support for Hattar in the paint. Look at the scenes here in Istanbul. And this has been the way for almost half an hour before the tip. The fans were flooding into the stands, and it just brings chills to you. Anyone that loves basketball knows how big an atmosphere Istanbul is and can bring to basketball. Yakupova there, expecting big things from her again today. She ended up with 24 points and 6 assists in that semi-final. She started at a lightning pace, absolutely phenomenal. 10 points in the first quarter. They seemed to slow her down a little bit, but not enough. She ended up, with a big stat line with those 24 and 6. Fans young and old out to enjoy this moment, and you hope she remembers it. She might be too young. You hope you remember it. You were there that day as the 5 for Sopron come to the floor. Fenerbahce certainly have a deeper roster to work with. Sopron have a ton of talent in that starting 5 with a few stars coming off the bench. We are now just a minute away from the opening tip before we get into the action, and it will be non-stop action, I'm sure of that. Just a reminder that the best way to follow along as we progress through today is the official EuroLeague Women app. It's available on iOS and Android. It'll bring you everything you need, tons of highlight videos, press conferences, loads of feature articles, and it'll also bring you the real-time stats as we progress through today's electric final. As the EuroLeague Women anthem rings out along the arena, it really does provide a wonderful exclamation point to the start of all of these games. As we see what they're playing for, the trophy, be placed courtside to remind them of every second what's on the line, what the stakes are in this game, as if they need reminded anymore. Smiles in the mid-court from Elizabeth Williams. Here we go in Istanbul, EuroLeague Women Final Four 2022. The final underway. Yakupova goes early. No good. Hattar with the rebound. And the noise continues to deafen. Fegvanek now being guarded closely by Chaka. Hattar will hand it off to January. Good use of the screen. Mid-range 2, that one's no good. Hattar with the rebound. 2 early rebounds for Bernadette Hattar. Williams, mid-range 2 is good. That'll settle some nerves for Sopron. Agapova got the mismatch she wants. Are they gonna? Yeah, they're gonna reverse out. Cavalli, no good. And rebound pulled down by Brooks. Hungarian team taking their time, patient on the offensive end. January tries to spin it around the corner, but it's pulled away by the defensive player of the year, Williams. Foul's going to be called on Fegvanek. First foul of the game whistled on Sopron's captain. To a certain degree, it's a smart foul. Agapova in full flow usually ends one way, and that's with points going up on the board. Agapova now, it's going to hand it off. McBride for 3. That one's short. Fegvanek with the rebound. Not the start to the game that Fenerbahce will have wanted. We're almost 2 minutes in, and they're yet to register on the scoreboard. Fegvanek to Hattar, but it's stolen away. A little bit telegraphed at the moment from Sopron on how they're trying to use their big. Everything's going her way. Stolen though. Back the other way for Gabby Williams. She gets the score, and Sopron out to an early 4-point lead with the first 2 minutes in the books. Gabby Williams with the steal. Voted into EuroLeague Women's second team this year as Agapova's called for the travelling violation. A little bit surprised by the call. Have a look at this one. Pulls the pivot foot up. And the longer Fenerbahce go without scoring as Brooks puts the 3 up. That one's an air ball. What a night she had on Friday against Avenida. 27 points and 4 rebounds for the veteran. Using every ounce of experience that she has to lead that team to the unexpected potential glory of a title. Sabali gets rejected. Williams rotates well on the weak side to help out. Brooks back to Williams for 3. Back of the iron and away. Kaka and Sabali fighting for the rebound. Agapova, door closed on her by Brooks. Sopron's defense holding fast so far. Agapova hands it off. That one's knocked away. Good block by Hattar. Baseline ball for Fenerbahce. The whistles come out for the fans. Let's have a look at the play. I think Williams is complaining about the arm on the shoulder, as Zawi is on the bench as well. She'll play a part tonight. Williams, no good, and the nerves are clearly having an impact so far for Fenerbahce. Brooks into the corner. Fegvanek for 3. Oh my goodness me, what a start to this final for Sopron. A 7-0 lead, 3.5 minutes almost gone. And Coach La Peña's going to have to call a timeout. And Sopron are doing a good job.
Passionate, ambitious, elite,
Verbunden, united,
inspirerend,
competitiva,
ambitiozna,
stylish,
Powerful.
diverse,
diferente,
Beraber.
inspiring.
Well, I don't think many people predicted this start to the game. Let's listen to Coach La Peña's huddle. What a big shot from Fegvanek in the corner. really playing the captain's role. With 3 minutes 20 gone in the game, and Fenerbahce yet to score. They've had opportunities. It's not that they're not creating opportunities, but they're 0 from 6 from the field. Maybe the atmosphere getting to them, the occasion affecting them. They're not quite in their flow yet. Coach La Peña staying with the same 5. Jagopova for 3. That one's short as well. Sopron with a chance to extend their lead further. January back to Brooks. Brooks almost loses the handle. Shot clock at 8. January, jumper up and no good. Rebound is loose. That will remain Sopron ball. They'll get a fresh 14 to go at. As Coach Gaspar hands the ball back to the official. Brooks steps in, elbow jumper, no good. Hattar just goes over the top of Williams. January for the long 2, that's off target. Hattar with another rebound, this is unreal. Rebound number 4 and the score. 9-point lead now for Sopron. Fenerbahce are struggling to lock down their defensive boards. And they're stuttering offensively. McBride steps in. No good again, and another rebound for Sopron. Difference is, Sopron are getting some second chance opportunities, and Fenerbahce are only getting one bite at it every possession. Williams drives the baseline, pulls up short though, doesn't get the roll. Savali gets the rebound. She's got a one-on-one if she wanted to take it, but she didn't want to go up against Brooks. That tells you a lot about the lack of confidence maybe she has in the opening stages. Chaka almost loses possession. Inside to Williams. Foul's going to be called on Hattar. She just forces Williams off the baseline. 5 minutes in, Hattar's going to head to the bench. Dolson comes in, and that really isn't a downshift in gear. Stephanie Dolson has done a phenomenal job. Just her 4th game in EuroLeague Women this season for Sopron, joining them late on, but she really does provide phenomenal backup to Bernadette Hattar. Zawi has come into the game as well, as does Bria Hartley. Out goes McBride and Sabali. Jaka, shot up, no good. Dolson boxing out. So strong in the low post, Stephanie Dolson. January inside off the glass. Foul's going to be called, and Brianne January will head to the free throw line for 2 shots. Fenerbahce have, I'd like to say it started slowly, but they've not really started at all. 4 minutes 34 left in this first quarter, and they're yet to register a point on the board. Sopron lead by 9. January misses the first of her 2. A rare miss. 94% across the season for her on the free throw line. It's the second though, and Sopron have a double-digit lead. As we see Chaka come out of the game, in her place returns Satu Sabali. Sabali can find some room to go to work up against Williams, but it's stolen away. The nightmare start continues for Fenerbahce. Brooks doesn't take the 3, steps in. Quick movement, Williams for 3 instead. No good. Jagopova with the rebound. She gets out at the races, goes strong, draws the foul from January. And a little bit of afters between Jagopova and January. Jagopova asking for the unsportsmanlike foul. Interesting to see how the officials call this one. Coach La Peña is saying that's 2 fouls. We saw it in the quarterfinals of the playoffs as well. First foul called, and then January fouls her again. Coach LaPena asking for the unsportsmanlike. Nothing given, just a standard foul to Brianne January. Fenerbahce will go again. Agapova now up against January. Has it stolen away. Brooks with the quick hands. 2-on-1 break. Fegvanek in the trail. Gets the score. Sopron 12. Fenerbahce 0 right now. Not sure anyone would have picked this one prior to the game. Hartley. And again, Fenerbahce failed to score, and they can't secure an offensive rebound. You can feel the nerves in the crowd now as well. This is the thing you'll have with the Fenerbahce crowd. They know the game. As much as they'll support their team, they'll call them out when they don't think they're playing well. Brooks with that reverse layup left herself a little bit too much to do. Agapova for three. No good, and they're taking rash shots at the moment, Fenerbahce. They're not building their offense. They're not trusting their systems. Williams hands it off to January, and Sopron looked cool, calm and collected. Long two. Scrapes the front of the iron and away. Fenerbahce just need to slow down now. Just run through a couple of offensive sets to find their rhythm. Sabally throws the three, hits the three. That might settle some nerves. It certainly has ignited the crowd again. It's taken almost 7.5 minutes for Fenerbahce to trouble the scorekeeper. Foul going to be called on Bria Hartley. She takes a shot to the chest. McBride's going to come back into the game as Agapova heads to the bench, and I think that's a smart move by Coach LaPena. Just a quick chat with Alina Agapova might pay dividends right now. Not running through the team offense, she's taking it as a personal affront. Another change, we'll see Chaka come back into the game and Bria Hartley head to the bench as she's still holding her chest, feeling the effects of that last possession. Sopron by 9. A little over 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Dolson hands it out to Fegvanek. Dolson off the target. So Jovanovic feeding the post to Dolson, but has it knocked away. Jovanovic will look to inbound it now. Also to Williams, gets it away before the buzzer and hits the three. It's wiped away though by the officials. Shot clock had expired. What a play by Williams though. That's a heartbreaker for the neutrals out there because that one has got highlight reel written all over it. But here come the crowd. Thousands and thousands. Loud voices willing Fenerbahce on to their first ever EuroLeague women's title. It's a strong move by McBride, but the scoop shot is no good. Ivanovic back to Dolson. Good movement, and Sopron are so patient offensively. Long shot from Fegvanek. She looked like she pulled at it, but she gets it to drop, and Sopron's lead back to double digits. Dolson's going to get whistled for that one as he was just a little bit late to the party. Reached in and caught Williams on the arm. I think Coach Gasper there is almost trying to hide a bit of a smile, you imagine, because I don't think even in his wildest dreams he could have seen the start to the game like this. Agapova comes back in as Williams heads to the bench. And a slightly smaller lineup now, Fenerbahce. Hattar is going to come in. Interesting now to see Hattar match up against Zawi. He comes in for Brooks. Brooks heads to take a seat. Sabally has got the foot speed against Hattar. Foul's going to be called on Bernadette Hattar. Smart play by Sabally. Second personal foul on Bernadette Hattar, and that's a problem for Sopron. Atar signaling, I think, more to Coach Gaspar than anyone else that I'm okay, I can manage my foul situation. I know I'm on 2 in the first quarter, but I can manage it. Sabali gets the first of her 2. +% free throw shooter though, Sabali, as I curse her on the second one. Still a 10-point lead for Sopron as we are getting close to the last minute of this first quarter. Foul's going to be called. That one could be either on Zawi or Chaka. On Chaka, Fenerbahce's captain. Tries to steal it away, and Atar just needs to lift it high and leaves her touching into her arm. Sopron will make the change as Varga comes in, the youngster. Dolson. To Fegvanek. Gets the jumper to go, and Fegvanek is looking untouchable right now. Already up to 11 points. Sorry, up to 9 points alongside 2 rebounds. She's 4 from 4 from the field as well. Agapova hands it off to Sabali. Inside to McBride. Uses the footwork well and gets the score. And it's players like Kayla McBride that in situations like this become critical. The experience and skill set she has, Fenerbahce can lean on that heavily. Williams, little crossover. Kicks it back out. Good movement again by Sopron. Well, that's a tough pass by Fegvanek. It'll be a turnover and Fenerbahce will take possession on the baseline. Have a look at the pass. She's saying it was hit by Agapova. Oh, and it was as well. Agapova got fingertips to that. Tucker now hands it off to McBride. Final play of this first quarter. 8 seconds on the game clock. McBride comes up short. Zawi gets it stripped away. They're not going to get a shot away in time, but what a first quarter we've had here in Istanbul. Take the form book, tear it up and start again. The Hungarian team have looked phenomenal in the first 10 minutes. EuroLeague Women Final Four 2022. This is it, the final. 1 quarter down. Sopron 16. Our hosts Fenerbahce 6. Wow, well, what can you say about that first quarter of action here in Istanbul in the final? The biggest game of the year, potentially the biggest game of some of these players' careers. And Sopron have just done it again. They've come out tough, hard-nosed, played phenomenal defense and executed their offense the way the coach has laid it out. They've been patient and calm offensively. Fegvanek leading the way with 9 points, perfect 4 from 4 from the field. She also has 2 rebounds and a steal to her name. As for Fenerbahce, it almost took them 7.5 minutes even to trouble the scorekeeper. As it stands at the end of the first quarter, only 2 players have scored. Sabali with 4 points, McBride with 2, and they're currently shooting 13.3% from the field. Plenty of work for Coach La Peña to do in this quarter break, because they really need to see a step change on both ends of the floor if Fenerbahce are going to please this mammoth crowd here in Istanbul. No real surprises. Sopron are burst back on the floor. Fenerbahce plenty more to discuss in their huddle. They're still discussing it as the 5 come to the floor. Do bear in mind, though, that Fenerbahce were down by 12 in their semi-final against Praha and came away with the win in that one. Second quarter action underway here. EuroLeague Women Final Four 2022. This is it. This is the final. 1 quarter down and Sopron lead by 10 over Fenerbahce. Brooks hands it off to Dolson. Fegvanek back to Dolson. Fakes the three. Little sidestep. Three goes up, but it's short. Looked a little rushed, Dolson. The defense was good. Chased her away from the three-point line somewhat. Chaka now. To Yagapova in the corner. Yagapova driving strong behind the back, off the glass, but the defense from January withstands the onslaught. Almost a steal for Chaka. She's saying that it came off Fegvanek's hands. The officials are saying the other way. That will remain Sopron ball. Let's have a look. Yeah, I can see the argument from Chaka on that one. January now, guarded by Yagapova. Dolson sets the screen. January with a mid-range two. That one's short. Brooks all over the back of Sabali. I mean, Fenerbahce ball. Listen to the crowd though. They want to see history being made here today. And they are going to will their team onto that win. Williams trying to back down Dolson. No easy task. Goes to the left hand, and that's a beautiful move. Textbook back to the basket. Low post play by Elizabeth Williams. Stolen away. Chaka with the heart and soul as she flies to the hardwood. Out of the races. Yagapova won't get the score. Will draw the foul from January. And Yagapova will head to the free throw line. Second personal foul of the game for Brion January as well. Look at the hustle from the captain. Chaka just throwing it all. And Yagapova draws the contact. Loses the handle though. She'll be frustrated that she didn't get the score. It was there. She will go to the free throw line though. 89% from the free throw line, Yagapova. Sopron with the timeout. Let's listen to Coach Gaspar. Not the easiest of environments to try and hold a timeout within. Coach Gaspar trying to get some changes clearly on the offensive end as well. And make some alterations to the way that they're setting up offensively. But a low-scoring game is what Sopron want. Potentially it's what they need to come away with the title. They don't want to get in run and gun. They don't want to just be training buckets with Fenerbahce, because potentially that scenario is the one where they are unlikely to come away with the win. Fenerbahce pace and tempo is key. As we hear the wonderful voices of the Istanbul crowd, passionate for the Yagapova free throws. Gets the roll on the first. 24 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists and 4 steals against Praha in the semi-final. Misses the second though. Sopron's lead stays at 7 then. The hustle off the ball seems to have increased for Fenerbahce. Shot clock at 4. January to Brooks. Travelling violation is going to be called on Jelena Brooks. Yet to score so far, Jelena Brooks, 0 from 3 from the field. Does have 4 rebounds and 2 assists, but she put in a huge offensive performance in the semi-final, and many were tipping her potentially to do the same again today. It hasn't happened so far. Emphasis on the so far. Sabali, no good with the 3, and no one from Fenerbahce crashing the offensive glass at all. I'm Coach La Peña. I know that I'm going to need some second chance opportunities in this game. Williams drives hard down the lane. Her namesake, Elizabeth Williams, Plays some great defense. Jagapova draws the foul off Stephanie Dolson. That's going to be Dolson's second foul as well, and this might be an issue for Sopron. Dolson on 2, January on 2, Hattar on 2. They don't run phenomenally deep, Sopron. Early foul trouble isn't what they want to see. That will see Hattar come back into the game and Dolson head to the bench. Jagapova earns herself another trip to the free throw line. Fenerbahce slowly but surely feel like they're chipping their way back into this game. How they'd love it to be free-flowing and then for them to just storm back into the game. But that's not the way in these kind of games against teams of the quality of Sopron. When they give you opportunities, you need to capitalise. And that is what Jagapova has done there. 2 from 2 at that trip from the free throw line. Moves herself to 4 points personal alongside 2 rebounds. Yet to score a field goal though, Jagapova. January trying to shake up Chaka. Using the screen well. Shot goes up and it's good from Brion January. Hattar needs to be careful with that screen though. And January needs to be careful as well, otherwise she's going to talk her big into a third foul. Hartley feeds Jagapova. Jagapova steps away, puts the 3 up. That one's no good. Brooks battling with Sabali for the rebound and brings it in for Sopron. Wide open, Jovanovic. That one's too heavy. Rebound by Brooks and just batted away by Sabali. And the young gun teaches the old hand a new trick. A two-handed block has such authority. Hattar has it stolen away. Williams, 2-on-1 break. Will go all the way and get the score. She may be the defensive player of the year, but she knows how to get out and run as well. Coast to coast for Elizabeth Williams. Fakes the pass, gets the score. Fenerbahce now within 5. Hattar sets the screen again. The pass is poor though as Hattar got caught up on the pick and roll. Sabali throws it away, intercepted by Williams. She's going to go straight at Chaka and score the transition bucket. And you have to love that play from Williams as Jagapova is fouled again. This seems to be the only way that Sopron are able to stop Jagapova at the moment. As this time it's Williams picking up the foul. Just her first though. Easy call for the officials, that one, but the right foul by Williams. They say if you're going to foul, foul hard. That's what she did. Jagapova had no chance of getting the shot away. Sopron will make the change. Begvanek in, Jovanovic out. Jagapova with the score. Under 6 minutes left in the first half, and my goodness me, this game is flying by before our eyes. Absolutely electric to say the least, as Zawi will come into the game. Sabali takes the break. Very well earned break as well. Plays at such a high intensity. Begvanek now. It up over the half to January. She's wide open for the long 2, but Zawi picks up the uncontested rebound. Chaka calling the shots from the point. Williams now going to go to work against Brooks. Brooks gets back down twice. Hattar just reaches in and scoops in another rebound. That's her 5th of the game already. Williams to Hattar. Doesn't get the score. Does get another offensive rebound. Knocks Zawi to the floor in the process. And Bernadette Hattar. There's no pomp. There's no flamboyance to her game. It's just hard work and grit. Jagapova now. Guarded by Brooks. got the foot speed on her. She's not going to take it, though. Shot clock at 5. Zawi's got to do something with it. She's going to drive inside. The pass is poor, though, and Hattar steals it away, and Zawi gives away the foul as well. That is not where Fenerbahce want the ball with 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Zawi is not their go-to perimeter offensive player. Sopron lead by 7, 4:43 left in this second quarter. As Sabali comes back in, Zawi heads to the bench. Begbenek goes back to Brooks. Hattar now feeds it to the low post. That's a near impossible pass, though, and a bit of a get out of jail free as McBride fouls Brooks. Hattar trying to throw the straight pass down the lane. Look at this angle. That is a near impossible pass to make from Hattar. As we see Zukor come into the game, Gabby Williams will come out for Sopron. Hartley comes in for Fenerbahce as Chaka heads to the bench. Hattar misses the jumper. Rebound ripped down by Williams for Fenerbahce. Sabali has it stolen away. Fegbenek will slow it down. Long shot for Brooks. And hits the 3 from the top. Yelena Brooks. Maybe that's what she needed to get herself started. Her first bucket of the game. Extending Sopron's lead. Out to 10 points again. Fegbenek with a smart defensive play and the patience to wait for Brooks to get up with the offense. The iron does them a favour as it kisses it in, and look at the celebration from Yelena Brooks, tongue out, ready to go. Let's listen to the Fenerbahce huddle in this timeout. And the fans are still at fever pitch, as is Coach La Peña. Certainly doesn't look as calm as he did before the game. Sure, he hasn't underestimated Sopron, but you have to be impressed how the Hungarian team have come out in this game. They lead by 10, a little over 4 minutes left in the first half, and 16 minutes down, and Fenerbahce have only scored 15 points, which is unreal defensive effort from Sopron. Pass inside to Yagapova, fading away. A really tough shot from Yagapova. Sure, that's not the shot that Coach La Peña put onto the whiteboard in the huddle. Begbenek puts the brakes on. Inside to Hattar. Hattar goes up strong, but Williams is a match for her. Foul's going to be called on Hattar. That is a big call, or is it on Jovanovic? Let's have a look what the call is. I think it's on Hattar. That's a problem for Sopron. That's her third personal foul. And she is definitely a key piece of the puzzle for Sopron. There's no way that Coach Gaspar can keep her in the game. He's going to have to take her out. Surely he's going to take her out. He can't risk her. Going to go to the review as well. I'm not sure if they're wondering if it's an unsportsmanlike foul. But it looks like they are going to make the change no matter what. Hattar going to come out, and looks like Dalton's ready to go back in. But this is the replay the officials are looking at right now. That's whether they're going to judge whether it's an unsportsmanlike foul or not. My initial reaction, as someone with an untrained eye, would be that that isn't an unsportsmanlike foul, but the officials are in a far better place to call that one than me. I'm going to look at a few angles of it. Looks like McBride kind of runs into Hattar. I can see where the regular foul is as McBride signals 3 fouls. I presume that's what she's talking about, that she's forced one of their key players to pick up their 3rd foul earlier in the game than they would have wanted. And that is a problem for Sopron. They don't have a wealth of bigs in their roster. Really have rotated between Dolson and Hattar throughout the last few weeks of the EuroLeague women. See what the officials say on the back of this one. Long discussions between them. It's a big call though. All off the Hattar miss on that little hook shot. Bride ends up on the floor. See what the officials say. The standard foul. Hattar will head to the bench. Dolson will come in. Fenerbahce will make a change as well, I think. But no, just Sopron. Just the change of the bigs. How long will Coach Gaspar try and protect Bernadette Hattar? I wouldn't imagine we'll see her in this first half again. But Dolson's going to have to play over 3 minutes now and not pick up her 3rd foul. Rebound by Fegvanek. Closely by Hartley. Back out to Dolson. Ukar no good. Off the hands of Sabali. I mean, a new 14 for Sopron to work with. Sabali just can't hold on to that one. January will come to the bench as Gabby Williams checks back in for Sopron. Fenerbahce rotating their roster more than... Sopron rotating their roster more than Fenerbahce right now. Brooks at the top. 3 minutes to play in the first half. Sopron lead by 10 in this low-scoring game. Inside now to Brooks. Brooks trying to back Sabali down. Drops inside, puts the air ball up as the shot clock expires. Coming over. Baseline possession for Fenerbahce. Zawi will come into the game as Sabali comes out. Oh, wonderful play by Williams. Almost stole it away directly from Hartley, but was falling out of bounds and has enough wherewithal just to throw it off the feet of Yagapova and steal the ball away. That is a smart play by Gabby Williams. Stolen by Yagapova though. Williams will dive to the floor with it. Passes back up. Yagapova doesn't take the 3. Step back 3. The long arc is no good. Hartley tries to save it. Can only give it to Williams, who is now out at the races and gets the score. Everything going the way of Sopron right now. That's a tough play by Hartley. She clatters into the scorer's table, but all to no vein as Williams gets the score. Great points now, Gabby Williams, alongside 3 rebounds. 50% field goal efficiency today as Brooks clatters into Zawi. Sopron are in the penalty, so that should send Zawi to the free throw line. He bought the fake from Zawi, hook, line and sinker. We will head to the free throw line. Fenerbahce with the change as Chaka will come back in. Hartley, the player to head out. Zawi It's the first of her two. 79% in the regular season, Amanda Zawi, including 18 points against Praha on Friday. She really was the emotional leader in that game. She fed off the fans, the energy of the fans, and they loved what she was giving them back. Dolson for three. Too heavy. Long rebound falls kindly for Elizabeth Williams. 1 minute 20 remaining in the first half. Williams steals it away. Can she hold on to it? She can't, but it's going to be Sopron ball as Jagopova turns it over again. Third turnover of the game for Alina Jagopova. Look at just the quick hands, and it's a lack of concentration from Jagopova caused the problem there. Fenerbahce looking to find a teammate. Olsen looks to throw it inside, but it's a poor pass, so it will be a turnover, and Fenerbahce will have a chance to try and carve away at this 10-point lead that Sopron currently have. But 1 minute to play now in the first half. Incredibly low-scoring first half, and usually you would say that that means it's not been an entertaining game, but I really can't say that in this one. It's been a highly entertaining game. Jagopova steps back. Hits the big shot, just the two though. Foot over the line for Jagopova. Fenerbahce are within 8. Timeout called by Coach Gaspar. I don't think Jagopova was expecting the space she got. She nails the long two. Toes on the line. Much to the appreciation of the young fans here in the arena. Let's head into Coach Gaspar's huddle. Hear what he has to say. The fans are certainly enjoying themselves in the stands, some more than others. I think she just noticed the camera was on her, that's a shame. But I'm not sure they're going to be enjoying the game as much as they are maybe the entertainment outside of the game. Their team trail by 8, 45 seconds left in the first half, and Sopron have come in and stamped their DNA all over this game. This is how they play basketball. Slow it down, make it tough. Make it defensively focused, and that's what's giving them an 8-point lead at this stage. Williams now to Dolson. Back to Williams. Crossover and inside, off the glass, will get the roll. That's a beautiful handle. It's that smooth crossover at the end from Gabby Williams that gets her the score. Backer now. To McBride. McBride, off balance shot is no good. That one's off, I think, Fenerbahce's hand. So Fenerbahce will have the final 6 seconds of the first half to work with. Jagopova comes out, which is a surprise. Oh, in fact, it's Zawi that's come out for Sabali. Jagopova's gone to the near side. Sabali now inside. Jagopova open for the long three. High archer comes down with snow on but doesn't get at the score. And that is the end of the first half here in the EuroLeague Women's 2022 final. Sopron just stamping themselves all over this game. They lead by 10 at the half, dominating proceedings in the first quarter, keeping it low scoring, which suits them perfectly. It's the Hungarian team with the upper hand at the half. Sopron 29, Fenerbahce 19. Wow, what a first half of action we've had. Here are some of the highlights for you to enjoy. And a low-scoring game, there's no hiding away from that fact. 29-19 at the half, that sounds more like a quarter score for both of these teams, but that tells you how the game has flowed, and it's been Sopron that have been in the driving seat for the majority of the game. They held Fenerbahce to just 6 points in the first quarter. It took Fenerbahce almost 7.5 minutes to register any score whatsoever in this game. That shows you how in control Sopron were in that first quarter. Fenerbahce seemed to come to life a little bit better in the second quarter, but the second quarter was a 13-13 tie, and that's why Sopron at the moment hold a 10-point lead at the halfway stage. For them, leading scorer, only player in the game on double digits is Gabby Williams. She has 10 alongside 3 rebounds and 3 steals. Just behind her is the veteran, the captain, Fegvenet. She has 9 points, 4 rebounds and 2 steals. As for Fenerbahce, the usual suspect is their leading scorer. Yagapova has 7 points alongside 2 rebounds. But at the moment, they're struggling on the offensive end. A huge crowd here in Istanbul, and I'd say about 99% of them willing Fenerbahce on to win their first ever EuroLeague women's crown. But at the moment, it's certainly not going the way of our hosts. They have struggled offensively. Defensively, they've done a pretty good job, but offensively, they have struggled to really find some rhythm, and Sopron have knocked them off that rhythm intentionally. And Fenerbahce have relied on individual talent rather than the team ethos that has made them so formidable at times this season. Do remember these two teams were in the same regular season group. Fenerbahce won both those games. Game day 4, Fenerbahce 73, Sopron 47. Game day 12, Fenerbahce 82, Sopron 59. These were not narrow wins for Fenerbahce against this team. They dominated Sopron in the regular season. But how things have changed now we're at the final. Sopron looking very, very strong, controlling the game, controlling the tempo, putting themselves in a great position to pick up their second EuroLeague women title. Still 20 minutes to play though. Still a huge 20 minutes of action ahead of us. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Both Coach La Peña and Coach Gaspar will be working hard in the locker room right now. A bigger job obviously for Coach La Peña. He really does need to make some changes to the way his team are playing. For me, it's not about talent, it's not about the game plan, it's about psychology. I'm not sure if his players are either complacent or the occasion has got to them and nerves are starting to play a part to it with all these fans. But he needs to work hard on them for the second half. That second half Welcome back to Istanbul for the second half of EuroLeague Women 2022 final, and what a game we've had so far. The first 20 minutes of this game have been a real battle between Sopron and Fenerbahce. And at the halfway stage, Sopron lead by 10. Remember, they are the underdogs going into today's game, but they've worked hard on the boards. 28-17 advantage over Fenerbahce. They've slowed the game down, which has suited their style of play. It's suited their roster. And Fenerbahce have struggled to break through that at the moment. However, I would put the caution on that Fenerbahce looked exactly like this in the semi-final. Maybe not as restricted, but they were down by 12 at the half in the semi-final and came back to make it through to the final. They have over 6,000 fans sitting behind them here in the arena, so do not write Fenerbahce off just yet. Sopron, a great first half. They need to replicate that in the second half, if not do more, as this game gets to the business end and the title will be decided. 2 more minutes until we restart the second half. Let's jump into Coach La Peña's huddle. Just a brief look into his huddle, not a prolonged stay. At the halfway stage though, only one player on double digits. That's Gabby Williams for Sopron. She has 10 alongside 3 rebounds and 3 steals. For Fenerbahce, once again they're led by Alina Yagapova. She has 7 points. Not shooting well though, 1 from 9 from the field. As a team, they're 5 from 27, 18.5%. They'll need to improve on that if they're going to come away with the win. If the pace of scoring increases, Fenerbahce certainly become favourites to win this one. If it's a replay of the first half, a slower paced half-court game, then Sopron have the potential of upsetting several thousand Istanbul Fenerbahce fans here. Under a minute to go until the start of the second half. Fans get back to their seats in a hurry. A big 20 minutes of basketball, a career-defining 20 minutes of basketball potentially for some of these players, and history is in their hands. Waiting for the final seconds of the half time to drain off the clock. The fans raise the tempo, raise the atmosphere yet again. Second half action underway here in Istanbul. EuroLeague Women 2022 final between Sopron and Fenerbahce. Halfway through this one, and it's the Hungarian team Sopron who hold a 10-point lead. Abali gets the score. That's a smart move. It took them almost 7.5 minutes to score in the first half. They'll be glad, and Coach La Peña will be relieved to see his team get the scoring underway early here in the second. Strong move to the basket. As Dawson hits the ground hard. Looks like she's taken a shot to the face. Williams is going to get called for the foul. Let's have a look. Yeah, misses the ball and puts the elbow into Dawson's face instead. Dawson will head to the free throw line. Still feeling the effects of that collision though. It's the first of her 2. And the second is good. Sopron's lead back out to the double digits. First points of the game for Dawson. Back up, bounces off her own leg, manages to keep it in play though. Backdoor cut by Yagapova. Nice use of the footwork, will turn the corner. The defense is strong though. Williams flying through for the rebound for Fenerbahce. They'll go again. Xhaka, spin move. Picks up that pivot, gets the score though. And these are brighter notes for Fenerbahce as we see Zawi pumping up the crowd from the bench. Elena Brooks. Fenerbahce are more than aware of the damage that she can do. Fegvanek for three. No good. That one's short. Yagapova comes back the other way. Out to Hartley. Banks it off the glass for the triple. Old school bank shot for Bria Hartley. And Fenerbahce look like a team reborn here in the second half. They're back within 5 of Sopron now. Can Sopron withstand the barrage as January is barreled to the floor by Xhaka? Second foul of the quarter on Fenerbahce. Yeah, it's that left arm and now the shoulder as the left arm extends out as well. Moment in the limelight for the court technicians, courtside, cleaning up some of the sweat. To a small contingency of Sopron fans who would say a drop in the ocean in comparison to the Fenerbahce fans here today. Brooks, little drop step, swings round for the two. And this is what you get from Sopron. There's no emotional up and down, there's no panic. They just keep plugging away no matter what happens coming back the other way. They just stay with the game plan. Williams in the low post for Fenerbahce. Up against Dolson, fades away, comes up short. And Dolson picks up the rebound eventually. Williams for three. High bounce off the back of the iron. He's not the best three-point shooter. When someone gives you that much space, it's almost rude not to take the shot. Agapova. Got clock at 4. Xhaka tries to go inside, goes off the right hand, gets the roll. And Xhaka has stepped up, the captain, stepping in to do a big job here in the second half. Didn't score in the first half, 4 points here in the third quarter already. Travelling violation called on Fegvanek. As you see some tough defence from Hartley. Yeah, just picks up that foot. And the celebration from Bria Hartley just shows how much it means to her. This competition, one of the most respected in the world, certainly is one of the career moments for any player. Walk away a winner from this. Jovanovic comes in for Fegvanek. Agapova drives right down the throat of the lane and gets the score. Fenerbahce, just like that, within 3. And they look a completely different side here in the second half. I wonder what Coach La Peña said in the locker room. Some magic words for sure. Williams to Brooks. Brooks will step in for the elbow jumper instead. Off target for Yelena Brooks. And Fenerbahce have the chance to potentially tie the game. Listen to the crowd. What an atmosphere we have for a final. Ah, oh, Xhaka with the and one play, and she roars to the crowd. She well and truly has come out of the halftime locker room determined to lead by example, putting in a captain shift here. What a tough play. Her arms being dragged down, but she still gets the score to go. And look at the reaction. That's the reaction. Over 6,000 fans on their feet, showing their love. Xhaka will head to the free throw line with a chance to tie the game after this timeout, which has been called by Coach Gaspar. Let's listen, if we can, to what he has to say.
Passionate, ambitious, elite.
Verbunden.
United.
Inspirierend. Competitiva.
Ambitiozna.
Stylish.
Powerful.
Diverse.
Diferente.
Beraber.
Inspiring.
It has to be up there with the best ever atmosphere at a EuroLeague Women final. Fenerbahce fans in full voice right now. And what have they seen from their team after the half-time break? Their team entered the second half down by 10. They're now down by 1. They've outscored Sopron 13-4 in just 4 minutes. That's the same amount of points that they scored in the entire second quarter and more than double the amount of points that they scored in the entire first quarter. A phenomenal start to the second half of Fenerbahce. Look at the look of determination on their faces, though. They are locked in on this one. Can't get the score, so Sopron will hold on to the lead, but Fenerbahce will get the possession as they fight hard for the offensive rebound. Combination of Sabali and Williams just making it too difficult. Fenerbahce now looking for their first lead of the game. Agapova looked like she was going to put the three up. She's going to draw the foul instead. Second team foul of the quarter for Sopron. Second personal foul for Brooks as well. She reaches in from behind on Agapova. Side to Williams, tries to drop it off to Sabali, but good defense once again by Gabby Williams. Blocking foul's going to be called on Agapova. Easy one for the officials to call there. 13th foul of the quarter for Fenerbahce. Oh, up and under from Gabby Williams. That's a tough play when she's needed most. Agapova looking to get the score from deep. Foul's going to be called. Let's see who that one's on. Holding foul called. Ivanovic called for that one. It's a great call by the officials. Daka deep down in the paint, doesn't get the score, does draw the foul though, will head to the free throw line. That will put Sopron into the penalty as well. Now Jovanovic gets another foul called against her. Begvanek will head back in on the back of that Jovanovic foul. That's her third personal. That's a smart play by Chaka, just draw the foul. Hartley will come out of the game as well for Fenerbahce as McBride steps back on the floor. This is the first of her two. It's the second. Fenerbahce cut Sopron's lead to 2. January now, being guarded by Sabali. That's the ball call from the officials. That one on Chaka. Third personal foul on Chaka as well. So we're starting to get some foul trouble for both teams. Chaka the only player for Fenerbahce on 3. Sopron have both Bernadette Tatar and Novina Jovanovic on 3. Williams. Foul's been called and we've got players on the floor. January looks shaken up. She got run through by Sabali. Oh yeah, shoulder into the face of Brianne January. The right call by the officials. I'm not sure what Sabali is contending. January will head to the line as Fenerbahce are in the penalty as well. Both teams now over the foul count for the quarter. So we're going to have 4 minutes and 55 seconds of a fair few trips to the free throw line, because this is a physical encounter between these two teams. January hits the second. Sopron just managing to hold on to the lead they've had pretty much the entire game. Yagapova back out to Sabali for three. That one's off left. Attar fighting for the rebound, grabs the rebound. That's her 7th rebound of the game. January trying to shake up Hartley, but Hartley stays with it. Williams now. Free throw line jumper is no good. Foul is going to be called on McBride. She's not happy with the call. Tough one to call, to be fair. Coach Lapena is saying Attar sticking her hip out on the screen. Attar will head to the free throw line on the back of that foul. Fenerbahce going to make the change as Zawi comes in. And Sabali will sit back down. Attar misses the first of her two. Not great from the free throw line, Bernadette Hattar, just 64% prior to the final fours. Her first make of the game. Her first trip to the free throw line, so she's 1 from 2. Bride gets the shot away. That's an air ball as Hattar chased her out. Tentative phase of the game. Fenerbahce started the quarter so well. Down low, Hattar gets the score over Azawi. The fans aren't happy. As you can hear, on their feet in uproar as Hattar was battling hard in the paint to establish against Zawi. I'm not sure we're going to see it there. Oh yeah, she throws her arm into the face of Zawi. I can see what the fans were talking about. Timeout's been called by Coach Lapena. Let's listen to his huddle. Coach Lapena showing some frustrations with his team. Not executing the game plan he's asking them to execute. 4:03 left in the third quarter. Sopron still hold on to a 6-point lead. It's been a much higher scoring quarter. 14-10 in favour of Fenerbahce so far. And high scoring definitely favours Fenerbahce. Agapova back out now. Hartley, short. January will scoop up that loose rebound. Zawi and Attar just battling in the low post. Old school bigs going toe to toe. Attar, long two. Oh, that one almost dropped, but spat back out. Fenerbahce running some horns. Offense as pulled out by Coach La Peña. It goes stale pretty quickly. Jagapova, nice skip pass. Zawi wide open for three. Off target though, Jagapova there for the rebound. Zawi, elbow jumper, is good. Amanda Zawi drains the two. Brings Fenerbahce back to within four. If the first half flew by, the second half is a lot slower because the anxious nature of the game increases. Oh, that is a huge shot though by January. A real dagger. Takes the air out of the arena. January nails the three off the Fegvanek assist. Zawi at the top for three. That's a spot and that's her bucket. Amanda Zawi drains another three. A quick 5 points for her. Takes a personal tally to 7. Williams now waiting for the screen from Hattar. Really used it effectively. Rocks hits the three. My goodness me. The game has just come alive. It's raining triples right now as each team is taking it upon themselves to win the game from distance. Jagapova looks to drive to the bucket instead. Has to come back out. Williams will get it. Feeds it off to Jagapova. Hartley for three. Not this time. Zawi fights for it. Williams fights for it and misses the lay-in. Brooks pulls down the defensive rebound. Fenerbahce looking an awful lot better in this second half, a lot more confident than they did in the first, but still Sopron hold the momentum in their hands at the moment. Williams crossover to the bucket, good defense by Zawi. Got the advantage, but they haven't made use of it. Jagapova for three, no good. Zawi fights for it, but Brooks pulls it in for Sopron. Into the final minute of this third quarter. I thought this third quarter was anxious. It's only going to get worse. The game progresses to the final buzzer. Brooks now. Steps back, long three. Super ugly. Goes over the backboard. Saying to her teammates, there was only 4 seconds on the shot clock and we were trying to set up an offense and we didn't have time to do that, so I had to get something away. 34 seconds to play, 10-second differential between the shot clock and the third quarter clock. As we see Zukor come back into the game and Williams going to get a prolonged break across the end of this quarter and the quarter break. Chaka now hands it to Zawi. Back to Hartley. Patience here. Foul's going to be called. No, I thought that was a whistle. Some confusion. It sounded like a whistle. Players are going to get a chance to have an inadvertent timeout right now, while the officials try to work out how long to be left on the clock. While that happens, I can bring you the news. The official attendance figure for today is 9,500 people. That is unbelievable. No wonder we have this amazing atmosphere, and it's a fitting way to see out the end of this monumental and historic EuroLeague women season. 9,500 fans in the arena, creating a fitting tribute to these two amazing teams here today. Just trying to sort out the clock situation at the moment. And certainly providing enough entertainment to keep us busy for now. I think the officials want to go to the replay so they get the clock right, and you can understand at this point how important every second from the clock is going to be. So at the inbound it was 34.1 seconds. I'm trying to look when the game was stopped really. Shot clock didn't go, did it? That's the thing. So 34.1 seconds, whatever it got down to, you take it away. So there's 11 seconds for me off the clock. So yeah, we're going to have 13 seconds on the shot clock. The timekeeper and shot clock operator on the officials table earning their money today. Yagapova inbounds it to Chaka. Back to Yagapova now. Oh, and that pass from Yagapova is way too high for Chaka to get hold of. 16 seconds. Sopron surely will look to run this down and just have one shot. Right at the close of the quarter, they'll happily walk into the final quarter with a 7-point lead. It could have been so much worse, as Fenerbahce at times looked very, very strong here in the third quarter. 3 seconds to work with. January kicks it out to the corner. Begbanek's not going to get it away, and that will be the end of the third quarter. What a game. Absolutely breathtaking at times within that period of basketball. The game is on a knife edge, as many predicted. Not many people, I think, would have predicted Sopron to hold a 7-point lead at the end of the third quarter. It's Sopron 45, Fenerbahce 38. Both coaches now earning every single cent that they get within their wage packets every month. This is when heroes are made and villains are created. Which team are going to step up to the pressure? Which team are going to dominate this fourth quarter? If we look at a replay of the semi-finals, then Fenerbahce truly did that. They had a phenomenal fourth quarter over Praha. That's what secured them the win. They were trailing going into that fourth quarter, as they are trailing now. So for Fenerbahce fans, I'm sure they're not too worried just yet. However, they will need to see their team start well. Plenty of fun being had in the stands by all the fans, that's for sure. Just a reminder, 9,500 fans here in the arena. A phenomenal tribute to these amazing teams and these amazing athletes. Both teams back on the floor. Potentially the biggest 10 minutes of their careers ahead of them right now. A chance to become heroes, a chance to become legends awaits one of these teams. Fourth quarter action underway. EuroLeague Women Final Four 2022. The final is going to go all the way to the wire. 3 quarters gone, and it's Sopron 45, Fenerbahce 38. A home team trail. Foul's going to be called. Let's see who that one's on. Zawi's going to get called for that one. Quick foul in the final quarter for Amanda Zawi. Rupala hands it off now to Williams. Williams with the crossover to Hattar. Hattar goes in. Good defense by Zawi though. Does enough to put Hattar off. Chaka calls the offense. Hartley loses the handle, regains it though, and now she has a slight advantage. Oh, good recovery in the end though. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. For Fenerbahce to work with on the baseline. Founded to Zawi, but stolen away. Quick hands by January. She's out at the races and gets the score. Sopron lead to 9. A little over 9 minutes to play. Fenerbahce, they're going to turn up. They need to turn up in a big way soon. Realistically, they're probably going to need at least a 25-point quarter, you'd imagine. Zawi for 3. That's a great way to start it. Zawi nails the 3. Takes her personal tally to double digits. And she did this in the semi-final on Friday. She fed off the energy of the crowd. Just added another, well, I'd say 10%, if not more, to her game. January to Brooks. Doesn't take the 3. Step back 2. Draws the foul instead. Brooks will head to the free throw line. First trip to the free throw line tonight for Jelena Brooks. Has 8 points and 9 rebounds already. That one's off right. Fans doing their job off the baseline for Fenerbahce. It's the second to drop though. You see the small pocket of Sopron fans doing what they can to hold back the tide of over 9,000 Fenerbahce fans. Whistle from the officials. I think there's another issue on the shot clock. A few issues with the shot clock today. I think that's what they've blown for. Hathal, I think, is having a conversation with the officials. The shot clock's been dropped down to 21. It'll be a sideline possession for Fenerbahce. Who's coming away as the heroes in this one? 8 minutes and 20 seconds to decide the fate of that trophy that sat on the sidelines for the entire game. Hartley, Zawi doesn't get the score, gets the rebound, puts it back, gets the drop. Amanda Zawi seems to turn into a superhero when the fourth quarter turns up. She's doing it again here today. Fenerbahce within 5. Dolson now. Trying to hand it off, almost has it knocked away. Yagapova going to get called for the foul. Plenty of fans on the front row seats don't agree with the officials. Even Yagapova does agree with the official though. Absolutely. The right call, didn't get anywhere near the ball. Gabby Williams went past her. Only the second foul for Yagapova though. 13th foul of the quarter for Fenerbahce, which could be a problem. Shot clock to 4. Williams is going to have to put something up. She puts the 3 up. Oh, that is ice cold from Gabby Williams. Takes the pressure on her shoulders. Sweeps it away and drains the 3. Elizabeth Williams in the low post. Draws the foul from Dolson. Over the top from Dolson. That's why the foul is there. Not straight up. Hands are way far forward. Dolson picks up her third foul as well. Well, that's going to be an issue at this stage, but it potentially could. Williams with the awkward looking free throw, but gets it to drop. This is the second though. Dolson scoops up the easy rebound. January with a little jab step to create the space. Dolson has the space but won't take it. Guess she wants to hand it off. And Jelena Brooks, nice backdoor cut. It's to January, corner 2. Oh, good. There's the rebound, but it's batted back to Sopron. There's bodies all over the floor as everyone's hustling hard. January's got the mismatch against Zawi. Dolson for three. Iron and away. Foul's going to be called, though, I think, on Jovanovic. Or is it, sorry, on Zuko. Shot goes up and, yeah, absolutely. Hartley had possession and it was Zuko not giving it space to land that caused the issue. Sopron 7 points ahead as January heads to the bench. 6 minutes 40 left on the game clock. And the nerves start jangling a little bit harder with every second that drips off the clock. Howie fakes the three. Going to have to come back out to Hartley. Got clock at 8. Hartley going to draw the foul from Brooks. Her third personal foul. 4 players now for Sopron on 3. We have Brooks, Dolson, Hatar and Jovanovic. After now. Oh, lovely little crossover. Oh, and another. Putting some sauce on it. Gets it knocked away by Dolson, though. Had the handle, but didn't have the finish. Stolen away. Yagapova now. Can she get it through to Chaka? She can, and Chaka will just get that score. Nervous moments as the ball touched the front of the rim. 5-point lead now for Sopron. Physical nature of the game continues. Lovely pass by Yagapova. Perfectly positioned for a captain to get the score. Impromptu timeout stolen by Coach La Peña. Gabby Williams is still feeling the effects of that last physical battle. Two number 4s going at it, 2 captains going at it. Off-ball foul called. The nature of this game has been present throughout. Yagapova called for that one. Foul. January's going to come back in for Sopron. As I think Ducor will come out. No, Gabby Williams, in fact, is going to come out. Dolson, the player to be fouled on that last play. Ducor now. Comes back out to January. Long 2. Nails it. Brion January just ice cold. Feeling the effects of the occasion at all. Extends Sopron's lead back to 7. Takes her personal tally to 11. Yagapova now. Zawi for 3. Too heavy. Dolson picks up the rebound. 7th rebound of the game for Stephanie Dolson. January for 3. That one way off target. Where's the rebound going to go? It falls back to Sopron. Shot goes up because the shot clock was expiring and Fenerbahce only just about hold on to the rebound, even though it was uncontested. Into the final 5 minutes of the 2022 EuroLeague Women's Final. Yagapova wide open, gets the score as January blocks to the floor to try and get the foul call. Officials not having it. Fenerbahce within 5. Begvanet loses the handle. Where's the call? Oh, is the foul called on Chaka? Crowd aren't happy, but it's the right call by the officials. That could be a big call as well. Chaka's 4th, I think. Wait to see. It is. It's Chaka's 4th foul. Emotionally, she's important to the team. Begvanek will head to the free throw line. Has Jaka hobbling quite badly after that collision. Vanek, nothing but the bottom of the bucket with the first. To 10 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. And it's the second. Ice cold from the free throw line. Sopron continue to hold Fenerbahce at arm's length. They're not letting them close enough to strike at the moment. Jaka to Williams, back door, Yagapova. Pure beauty. Team offense, cohesion, great ball movement. Gabby Williams now looking to lose Yagapova. Has to hand it off. Take Vanek. Wrong two. That one's off target. Zawi hits down the uncontested rebound. This is an important possession. Can Fenerbahce bring it to a one-possession game? They need a score. Yagapova trying to find some space, but Williams all over on the defensive end. She's not going to get a shot away. She is. It's a high arcer. She doesn't get it to go, but Williams grabs the rebound. Zawi fights for the next one, and the foul's going to be called as Amanda Zawi goes barreling to the floor. Brooks, I think, is going to get called for the foul as Dalton and Brooks work so hard to try and keep Zawi and Williams off the glass. That's a tough task, though. Timeout has been called. We can catch our breath. Sopron lead by 5, 3 minutes 24 remaining on the game clock. Ten minutes left on the game clock here. The final 10 minutes of the 2022 EuroLeague women's season. And everything hangs in the balance. History awaits one of these teams, but which team it is, I am not going to put my money on either side, that is for sure. A 5-point lead for Sopron. Fenerbahce in front of over 9,000 of their fans are not going to give up easily. 3:23 left on the game clock. Williams draws the foul from Hattar. Or foul on Bernadette Hattar as well. Elena Brooks and Bernadette Hattar both on 4 fouls. Williams, awkward looking free throw style. It's coach's nightmare. Shoots 44% the regular season. Not short with both. That is certainly a deficiency in a game that's costly at this stage. Gabby Williams hands it off to Brooks. And once again, Sopron patient, calm on the offensive end. January boxed in now though by Williams. Inside to Hattar. Hattar gets free, gets the score as the shot clock almost expired. And Sopron don't seem fazed by the occasion at all. Chaka, spin move, inside, lovely fake, gets the score. And Chaka has turned up in this second half. Up to 11 points personal now. 5 from 7 from the field. Williams looks to put it inside to Hattar. Hattar goes up, draws the foul off Yagapova. Hattar will head to the free throw line. If I'm Fenerbahce now, I'm seeing what a problem Hattar is. I am going straight at her on the other end of the floor, because if you can get a foul out of the game, that could make your final 2 minutes and 29 an awful lot easier. Hattar misses the first of her two. 1 from 3 now from the free throw line today. It's the second. Sopron's lead up to 6. The nervous energy in the arena now. It's not the boisterous, riotous noise that we've heard. It's more anticipation than anything else. Sabali looking to go against Brooks. Uses a screen from Williams. Got the mismatch and picked up the dribble. Williams now kicks it out. Sabali for 3. That's a huge shot as the buzzer for the shot clock goes out just after she releases it. What ice cold play. Nerves of steel from Satu Sabali. January, slow it down. 3-point lead now for Sopron. January to Hattar. To Williams for 3. High arcing air ball though. Sabali brings it back. Oh my goodness me. A little over 90 seconds to play. Fenerbahce trail by 3, but they have possession. Agapova, no, good. Looked too loose, the shot from Agapova. She's really not been her normal self today. Just 13 points for her. 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Williams is going to run as much clock as she can. Turns the corner. She's got the one-on-one. Elizabeth Williams stolen away by Chaka. The 1-on-3 break though. She should slow it down, but McBride won't. She'll put the 3 up, but miss. Kayla McBride sees the green light. Can't get the score though. 47 seconds remaining. Sopron still up by 3. January trying to cross it over. Shot clock down to 3. January off the glass, no good. Hattar fighting for it but can't grab it. Fenerbahce will get another chance. 7-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. My goodness me, what a game we've got here. McBride with possession. She's going to step back for the 3. Comes off the iron and away. Rebound pulled down by Fegvanek. They've got a foul and they do. Only 8 seconds to play. Our Sopron in line for one of the biggest shocks here in EuroLeague Women. Up by 3. 8 seconds left on the game clock. And Fegvanek walks the entire length of the floor to the free throw line. Astonishment around the stands. We're starting to see some of the Fenerbahce fans walk towards the door. I think that's a little premature. Fegvanek. Oh, misses the first. It leaves the game open somewhat. She hits the second though. It turns it into a 2-possession game. A very different concept. I'm sure Coach LaPena has got a timeout coming if she makes it. And the second is good. Coach LaPena calls the timeout. What a shot from Sopron's captain via Fegvanek. That is a real captain's job. Only 1 from 2, but extends it to 2-possession game. What can Coach LaPena do? Wow, let's go to the huddle. 8 seconds remaining, 8.4 seconds on the clock. Sideline possession for Fenerbahce. They trail by 4. Inbounded Azawi, puts the 3 up. Off target. Surely, is that enough? Is that enough? Are Sopron going to make history here? Timeout's been called. The silence is almost as deafening right now as the noise that we've had for 40 minutes of this one. My goodness me. What a Sopron close to doing. Three seconds remaining. And the Fenerbahce players look broken right now. They trail by 4. And it will be a sideline possession for Sopron now. It'll have to be a quick steal or foul. Can't see how Fenerbahce get back into this one. There's the foul from Yagapova on Williams. That will send Williams to the free throw line. 2.9 seconds on the game clock now. It's the first of the 2. This is the second. That will be it though, surely it will. Oh my goodness me, what a game we've had. A moment in history here in Istanbul. EuroLeague Women 2022 champions are Sopron. Against all the odds, they've turned up here in Istanbul and they have got the job done. History makers, absolute history makers. Phenomenal performance from the team in yellow. They have written their names in history here today, as has Coach Gaspar and his fellow coaches. What a game. Against all the odds, they are going to walk away EuroLeague Women champions. Their first ever title. And wow, just breathtaking. But spare a thought as we get the final score. Sopron 60, Fenerbahce 55. No wonder there's tears. Sopron are our champions. What a game. What a team. Unbelievable. That's a huge performance from so many players. Career-defining moments across this weekend for that team, but do spare a thought for Fenerbahce. The fairy tale was lined up for them. Over 9,000 fans here to support Fenerbahce. They were favourites heading into the weekend. They were favourites heading into this game. And they will leave with nothing but disappointment. But for Sopron, what a story. A true fairy tale for them. Outsiders heading into this game. Not many people thought they had a chance of even progressing through the semi-finals, but they did. And certainly people didn't think that they had much of a chance in the final. But that is why we love basketball so much. It writes stories that even the most creative minds in the world couldn't write. Here are some of the shooting percentages. Fenerbahce struggled from outside all game. Sopron just plugged away. They kept going. They worked hard on the boards. They battled hard in the paint. That really was one of the keys to their win here today. But what a game. Absolutely breathtaking. for both of these teams to put in such a performance. There can only be one winner, even if both teams probably deserve to come away with more than they're going to. Phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. A small pocket of Sopron fans have been in the arena and they've done their best to hold back the tide of over 9,000 Fenerbahce fans. But now you can hear them. Now you can hear the noise that they're willing to make. They're going to cheer their team on fully as their team receive the trophy and their medals in the mid-court. The presentation stage just being built as we speak. But what a game. Some huge performances. Several candidates for the MVP award as we're going to look at some of the highlights from the game. Their top scorer was Gabby Williams. She ended up with 16 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Their captain Fegvanek, 12 points, 5 rebounds and 3 assists. January stepped up as well, 11 points and 4 rebounds for her. Hattar with 10 points and 7 rebounds. Elena Brooks, 1 point away from a double-double. She had 9 points and 11 rebounds. But you look across the board and anyone that stepped on the floor contributed this weekend. Some big performances for Sopron as they pick up their first ever EuroLeague women's title. And Medicine for their last appearance in the EuroLeague Women Final Four. Back in 2018 they got to the final, but were seen off by Yekaterinburg. Well, all of those demons are put to rest today as this team have achieved what many believe to be the unthinkable. Sopron are the 2022 EuroLeague Women Champion. Nothing can change that. The history books will show that for the rest of these players' lives. They are European champions. As simple as that. Such joy as well amongst the players. Absolutely wonderful. Look at the tears on Brianne January's face. Look how much it means to her, how much they put together for this. As Zuko consoles her and hugs her in with beautiful smiles. Amazing game. It really was. And Sopron just controlled the game from start to finish. Fenerbahce at no point had a lead in that game. Sopron led the game for 39 minutes and 22 seconds. Okay? At no point did they have a lead bigger than 12 points. That's how close this game was for the entire game. But Sopron continued to hold Fenerbahce at arm's length. They didn't let the emotion come into the game. They didn't let the occasion overcome them. They just stuck to the game plan and they stuck together. That's why they're walking away as EuroLeague Women Champions here today. Look at the reaction. Look at the faces. That tells it all. That tells you everything you need to know about what this title means to them as individuals and what it means to them as a team and as a club. Coach Gaspar, a phenomenal performance from him and his team of coaches this weekend. Rightfully so, with big smiles on his face. My goodness me, he had some game plans and his team executed them to perfection this weekend. Credit to every single member of that Sopron party all the way through. The support staff and everyone contributed to history being made today. You see Bernadette Hattar there run to the crowd. And that's the trophy. That's what this battle has been about. 14 regular season games, the post-season playoffs, quarterfinals, semi-finals and final has all been building towards lifting that trophy, taking the crown. Unbelievable weekend of basketball we've had here in Istanbul. A wonderful city. They've been the perfect hosts for this amazing event. Might not have gone the way that the home fans will have wanted, but they can take credit for hosting one of the most truly memorable EuroLeague Women Finals in the competition's history. A wonderful display of phenomenal basketball. Some of the best players in the world, some of the best teams in the world, putting it all out on the floor. We do have to spare a thought as we look deep into the eyes of Amanda Zawi and see the hurt that she's feeling right now. She's put in 2 big performances. She's not going to get to lift that trophy. Worked all season. Now they're going to receive their runners-up medals. First up is Satu Sabali. She's played hard. Amanda Zawi next. Kurtulmus will walk in. Their captain next will be Kaka. Plenty of players going up onto the podium to receive their medals. Once the dust settles a little bit on this game, on this season, they should take huge pride in receiving those silver medals. They all wanted gold. They all wanted to lift the trophy. They all wanted to achieve history for their team, as we see tears in the eyes of the captain, Chaka, there. But they can look back and they can hold their heads high. A silver medal in this competition is not something to be disappointed by. A phenomenal performance from this team throughout the season. They gave it absolutely everything. 11-3 regular season record. A sweep in the quarterfinals against Riga. A big win over Praha in the semi-finals. But it was a game too far for this team. They'll walk away with the runners-up medals. But a huge amount of respect to that team. A huge amount of credit. They've given everything all season long. And they'll be back, ready to go again next year. Their plight for their first EuroLeague title will continue. Pure disappointment though right now. They make their way off the presentation podium. It gives some appreciation to their fans, and their fans have been wonderful this weekend and throughout the season. Just wasn't enough. We get the champions banner in place. Trophy presentation, the winners medal presentation is almost ready. We wait for champion Sopron to make their way to the floor to receive their winners medals. The emotions that must be running through every single one of those players is, I imagine, unimaginable. Pride and the passion and everything they've given throughout their careers. From young players picking up the ball for the first time, to every repetition, to every suicide they've run in training, all builds to these moments. Every single drop of sweat that they've expended during their careers has helped them to this moment, to being a European champion, to stepping on that top step, collecting the gold medal and lifting the trophy. Here they come to the floor now. There's the trophy. The medal ceremony will take place as we see Gabby Williams picking her medal up, their captain. Begvanet next. Vena Jovanovic will step up. Lana Sitku, she didn't make it onto the floor, but a big part of what the team achieves is the team ethos. Zuko there and Hatar, January, Dolson. I have to say, which player didn't step up to the plate and put a big shift in today? Because every single one of them did. Brooks. And finally, Varga. Coach Gaspar will lead his coaching staff up to get their medals as well. And the joy of having a gold medal placed around your neck will never be lost for every single member of the Sopron organisation. It's a huge team achievement. It's an organisational achievement, and they can be super proud. Look at the smiles as the photographers are trying to get some snaps. And these will live on forever as the fans show their appreciation for Sopron and all they put in this year. Moments away from that magical moment, the trophy presentation. All of the support staff, and you truly get to see it in moments like this. It often gets ignored how many people dedicate their lives behind the scenes to make this happen. They receive a flag from the stands for Sopron, for their club. We now get to the bit that everyone loves. Presentation of the awards. First up will be the MVP award. Plenty of candidates, but who's it going to be? And it's going to go to Gabby Williams. No real surprise. What a game from Gabby Williams. Well-deserved MVP award as she puts her head in her hands and can't control the smile. 16 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals and a block. 35 minutes she put on the floor tonight, and she walks away the most valuable player of EuroLeague Women Final Four 2022. Holding back the tears. Look at that smile. That's a moment, and that's a ball that she will cherish for the rest of her life. An amazing weekend for her personally, but it would all mean nothing if her and her team hadn't come away as the winners. Now going to have the trophy presentation. Plenty of smiles and photos being taken of the players on the podium. And they'll all be, I'm sure, putting them on their social media profiles later, but here we go. As Sofia Fegvanek comes to the floor to receive the trophy. The moment that every player dreams about. As a little kid, you grow up dreaming about these moments, and that's what Sofia Fegvanek will have now as she looks to lift it. And they lift the trophy to the sky, writing Sopron into the history books as the 2022 EuroLeague Women Champions. Every single one of those players instantly achieving legendary status as the first Sopron roster to bring home the European crown. A moment every single one of those players will remember and cherish for the rest of their lives. Absolutely pure joy as they stand there with the champions banner in front of them. And the opportunities now for plenty of photos to be taken. Look out for these across social media over the coming days. They will enjoy this moment. I'm sure there will be quite a party tonight in Istanbul for that Sopron team. It'll take a day or two to enjoy what they've achieved as Jelena Brooks, the hero of the semi-final, lifts that trophy high. And what a moment. Career defining for many. But what a achievement by this team. As they sing along to "We Are the Champions." Tiffany Dawson enjoying herself fully. A late addition to the team, but she certainly had a big impact on Sopron in the closing stages of the season. Players now will go towards their fans to show them the title, the trophy. Other players get pulled away for media duties. We get a chance to have a look at some of the highlights of the game, and there were plenty of highlights throughout the game. It might not be a stereotypical classic as it was a low-scoring game, but there was certainly plenty for us to look back on. Sopron set their stall out early in this one, holding Fenerbahce just to 6 points in that first quarter. In fact, Fenerbahce took almost 7.5 minutes of the first quarter to even register a single point on the board. And that really set the tone for the game. And Sopron just really needed to hold that tone for the rest of the game. But they led by 10 at the end of the first quarter. They held on to that lead. Take that into the halftime locker room. That said, Fenerbahce fought back hard in that second quarter. Fenerbahce looked like they'd found rhythm early in the third quarter. They outscored Sopron by 3 in the third quarter, but they could only outscore them by 2 in the last, which gave Sopron this 5-point win. Absolutely heartbreak for Fenerbahce. It looked like it was written in the stars that they were going to get the win here today in front of over 9,000 of their own fans, but it just didn't play out that way. Their leading scorer was Yagapova. She had 13 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Only 2 other players in double digits. Amanda Zawi with 12 points and 5 rebounds. And the captain, Chako, with 11 points, 2 rebounds and 2 steals. And Sopron, they dictated the flow of the game for the entire game. Okay, they never led by more than 12, so it shows you how close the game was. But Sopron led the game for 39 minutes and 22 seconds. At no point did Fenerbahce ever have a lead in this game. And that just shows you exactly what Coach Gaspar was able to bring together with his team. Just phenomenal. They had a game plan, they stuck to it, they didn't let the emotion of the occasion get to them, and they just got the job done. It's as straightforward as that. Gabby Williams led the way, rightfully so, picking up the MVP award, 16 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 steals alongside a block for her, efficiency score of 17. And they had 3 other players in double digits. Fegvanek with 12 points, 5 rebounds. January with 11 points, 4 rebounds. And Hattar almost with a double-double, 10 points and 7 rebounds. But it was the team effort from Sopron that got this job done. And that was the contrast between the two. Sopron stayed together as a cohesive unit for the full 40 minutes. Fenerbahce looked to rely on their individual talent too much. They didn't bring together a team unit that was greater than the sum of its parts. And that's why Sopron have walked away with their first ever EuroLeague women's title. What a day to remember for all of those players, and well deserved as well. You look across the Final Four weekend and they put in a phenomenal performance. Sopron truly did. After an 8-6 regular season, they swept BLMA in 2 games in the quarterfinals, turned over Avenida in the semi-finals, and now in the final, they walk away 2022 EuroLeague Women Champions, 60-55 over Fenerbahce. Gabby Williams picks up the Most Valuable Player award, and Sopron are history makers. They win their first ever EuroLeague Women's title here in Istanbul. Against all the odds, they have created history. They lift the trophy there. What a moment for that team. What a moment for everyone involved. A glorious, glorious end to their season. Final score here in Istanbul. Sopron 60, Fenerbahce 55. Sopron walk away with the EuroLeague title, the first in the club's history.